So what you see up there is just crazy clouds. This is like very late, well past midnight, and I see that every window in my um, apartment block is dark. Everybody's gone to sleep, but of course, how could I? The sky is giving me kind of a Charles Dickens book sort of vibe. It's dark. I don't know. It's dark. It holds its own magic, its own world. And if you can see, no, I don't. Yeah, look at the clouds. Aren't they like really crazy? They are. And I say this a lot. I see so many flights, all these international flights, some domestic flights landing in, um, going through these clouds and getting ready for landing, and it's very scary to me. I'm always thinking of how turbulent it's gonna be up there because I have a problem with turbulence. So I usually am not supposed to fly, but I have this very interesting um, medicine drug, prescription drug, which I'm supposed to take whenever I fly. So it makes it very easy. Yeah, you can see that blinking light up there. They are braving the clouds and the storm and the wind and the craziness. Yeah, so actually, it's way past midnight, and wait, I'll just pause. I paused because there was an ambulance going really nearby, and it was pretty loud, so I thought I'll just let it pass first. Okay. So I was actually sitting here by my window and smoking my pipe, which I think I did after quite a few months. I don't smoke really, but maybe once in 2, 3 months, that too not a lot. And I instantly thought of Matt from ASMR, articulate design ASMR. I saw a live stream once. I think it was 3 years or 2 years back. He did a live stream where he was, smoking a pipe, and he was constantly talking about how you need to keep lighting and relighting and lighting and relighting your pipe. And I was so very much assured that I'm not the only one who does this, because unlike Matt, I am not good at this, and I can't really do it that well. When I got myself a pipe, I thought, I would look like one of those stylish mafia lords. I know it's a very funny picture if you think about it. Me in a pipe and pretending to be a mafia lord or a mafia queen, but why not? Okay, so a lot of retrospection happening right now. Sorry if I am sounding like this. I am very high on my medicines, and yes, I also had a smoke. So uh, recently I have been reading a lot of books that have forced me to think and rethink of so many issues that I've always had a voice about. And you know I always wanted to be a journalist, but at the time that I wanted to be one, when I wanted to study journalism, my parents were very worried that you're a girl and you're too straightforward, and it's not maybe the safest option. I know it's not the safest option, and I know that it needs a different kind of frame of mind, a different kind of construction completely. But I was prepared for it, and I wanted to be a journalist. But this is, I'm talking about years back, when we didn't really have many female journalists and female reporters around. Now, of course, we have some amazing, very, very talented and superb female journalists who really go out there and are daring along with their male counterparts. But back then, my parents were very concerned that, I always speak my mind, and I've always been very vocal. So because I couldn't be a journalist, I have still continued that. I never want my voice to die, and till the time I'm alive, I think I want to ensure that I use my words and my voice and any little bit space I can create to talk about issues and to actually talk about topics that concern or matter or should be spoken about. Yeah, I do share a lot of that on my Twitter, on my Instagram, sometimes maybe here. Yes, but I do that. Um, yeah, so I have had a very personal connection with Kashmir, and of late I have been reading so many books on Kashmir, non-fiction, and some of them are directly books that are ground level reporting from Kashmir. And by ground level reporting, I mean the real kind of reporting, not the um, kinds that the authorities want us to hear about or read about, but the actual facts and things that's happening. So yes, quite a few books I've read recently, and the one I'm in between right now is Lal Chowk by Rohin Kumar. And I'll just say that the book has touched me so badly. It has affected me. I can only imagine that if reading about it, and this is mostly about things that I already know that are happening in Kashmir. But if reading about it makes me think and feel like this, I can't even imagine what those who are living through it, who have lived through it, or who have had families and loved ones go through this, how they must have felt. So, I have a very dear friend who's a Kashmiri. Um, we met in Delhi, and we've been friends ever since. And I was lucky enough that last year, almost a year back actually, when I visited Kashmir for the first time, I met him after decades, and the bond was the same. I would say even more, even stronger than it was before. So I have a very different kind of a connect with Kashmir and a different love for Kashmir. So, mm, reading about things and all this, it makes me realize how grateful I am for what I have. The smallest of things that I take for granted. I mean, there are people out there who don't even get it, who don't have a chance. I mean, something as basic as having an internet connection is like a luxury. When the authorities decide to give you a little bit of freedom in terms of letting you have access to internet connectivity, that's a huge deal. So I can't even imagine living like that. I was in Kashmir for only 3 days, and trust me, the amount of contrast and disparity I saw, the the huge number of uniformed people I saw there was terrifying, was disturbing, did not feel right to me. And I felt pretty offended because I personally saw instances happening right there in front of my eyes where I did not feel that what was going on was right. And because of that, I chose to show my real feeling, and I looked the uniform people in eye to eye, and they didn't like it much. And I was there with my family, so my family told me that don't do this. You'll land yourself in trouble. You'll land everybody, all of us, in trouble. So don't do this. And I didn't say anything. Of course, I am an outsider. but at the same time, the amount of love, respect, welcome, warmth, and open hearts and open embraces that I found from the people in Kashmir, the Kashmiris, it was overwhelming. It is something that I can never ever in my life forget or take for granted or let go. One of the most basic experiences, which is priceless, is that I walked into a bookstore and I was looking for books on Kashmir and from Kashmiri authors, and this these amazing, wonderful, beautiful ladies there in the bookstore who were managing the bookstore, the kind of friendship they developed with me. They hugged me, they were kissing me, they were chatting with me. They were so sad when I was leaving. They had tears in their eyes, and I couldn't understand, how somebody can be so pure of heart that, they make you feel so welcome. They made me feel that I was the one they were waiting for the whole day. And when they met me, they just went crazy. I mean, I have their pictures with me on Instagram, and I'm gonna reshare it again because I am terribly, terribly missing Kashmir. I, like I said, I couldn't become a journalist, but I did work with a media channel for some time, and I realized that actually what I wrote, I thought it will be shown, it will be read out, it will be aired, but the moment it went to the editor's desk, it was shot down. A lot of changes had to be made. Because why? Because they got orders from above that a lot of this cannot be shown, it has to be changed. Whereas what I wrote was absolutely the fact and the reality of what was happening. So these are very um, these kind of things, they cloud your judgment, and they're very they create a lot of shuffle in judgment, and it's a lot of mismatch in balance. So it makes me wonder, are we really doing enough for our people? As in, by our people, I don't mean just my community or my neighborhood, but humanity and everybody, anybody and everybody out there. Are we doing enough? Are we raising our voices for what we feel is right? And if we are, will we continue to do so? I think we all need to speak up, and not just about Kashmir and the people of Kashmir, but any injustice, anything that we feel is not right. I think we need to speak up. And this is a totally off topic rant, I know. I mean, this doesn't come from anywhere, and there's no motive or agenda here. It's just that I felt that I really, really wish that there's more peace and more humanity and humanism around than what we have managed to achieve in so long. I mean, in so many years of being on this planet, what have we really achieved? Have we really done something that's so great that once we are extinct and the next species comes up, they remember us for how kind and wonderful we were? Or will they remember us for the way we destroyed each other and the way we wiped out humanity? I don't know. All I know is that I'm definitely very much affected by whatever is going on politically, socially, economically, and in every other way. But yes, I am so glad that I have an outlet here. And I don't know if I offend you in some way. That's not the intention. The intention is just to hope that someday things are better and things are as they should be, and that we get to treat each other with the same amount of dignity and love and respect that we deserve ourselves, that we want for ourselves. So, yep, on that note, there's another flight there, like a little dot of hope across the sky through the dark clouds. So, someday, maybe. I better go back to reading and making my notes. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, it's the same book I showed you in my one of my previous videos. It's Lal Chowk by Rohin Kumar. I mean, if you can try and read it in Hindi, great. In case you manage to find a translation, superb. I am not sure if there's a translated version, but yes, if there is, please do try and read it. But take care of yourself, and I hope you're doing good. I really care for you. I really care that you're happy and that you find something positive in your life every day, every day. It's difficult as it is, no? I hope you're doing good, and I hope you take care of yourself and you're happy with your loved ones. So, yes, I think it's time for me to say goodnight to you or bye bye to you. You take care, you be careful. I'll see you soon.